Well, here we go. Starting the night off, we had a great night of boxing. We had the Charlo. This was actually Jermell Charlo going against Jackson, who happens to be the son of John Jackson. Now, when this fight started, there was nobody who thought Jackson was going to last more than about 6 rounds or 7 rounds or be able. They thought the fight would be a toe-to-toe firefight, including Jermell Charlo and his team. But Jackson came out boxing, and he's switching from southpaw to conventional. He gave Jermell Charlo a boxing lesson, which was a shock because they watched film on Charlo and realized that Jermell, his balance isn't that well with a fighter with movement. And he has to try to readjust, and they kind of stayed out of jabbing range. It was a whole different experience from what Jermell had to adjust to. So he lost a lot of rounds early and was trying to play catch up. He spent the majority of the time sitting down on his shots, trying to land one big shot to catch Jackson in the midst of combinations. And down on my scorecard, at least 7 rounds or 6 rounds to one going into the eighth, he landed a shot that really just ended the night from Jackson. See, Jackson took that shot. He's like, oh, wait a minute. Boom. Uh-oh. And the ref had to stop it because he was done. And there was no more he could do at that point, and it was a good stoppage. Charlo is now the WBC champion, and his brother's the IBF champion, and they the first twins ever to hold the belts together. Now, so there it is. There they are. Both twins hold a world title, simultaneously. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. Two world champions, first time ever. But at the end of this, Don King's fighter come in and shove Jermall Charlo. Like, what was that all about? And he's the number one contender for Jermell Charlo's belt. Not Jermall, who just won. And he was like, dude, why are you breathing on me? Yeah, that was pretty crazy at the end of the fight. I'm like, what in the world is he? Maybe he got mixed up with who was who. But anyway, congratulations to the both of them. And like I said, I had it a draw, but Jermall landed the hardest shots. So I had no problem with anybody saying Jermall won. And we go to the main event. Just like the first fight, it was the tale of two fights, tale of two styles. Which style you like? Did you like Vonna's style or did you like Lara's style? Lara always came with the straight, more accurate shots up top. Vonna's, who came in better shape, I think, in this fight than he did in the first fight, and definitely had the activity level up and pushed the fight, and I thought he won the fight. I had the score 115 to, what did I have it? I don't even think I scored it. I know I scored it 6-5 and 1 even because of the round where they took the point deduction away from. Lara definitely was slowed by the activity of the body shots by Martirosyan. Vanez dedicated himself going to the body, and it paid off in dividends. I mean, they had headbutts in the fight. They had the critical point deduction in the 11th round, but they gave the decision to Lara. A lot of judges liked his boxing. He did land the more accurate telling shots. When he did throw them, they were laser shots. They were on point. Typical Lara fashion. But I felt Martirosyan's activity level, his body work was enough to bring the victory home. So that's how I had the fight scored. It was a good night, tough night for the judges and the score, and then everybody scoring the fight. I think they were relatively close. Some of these rounds were hard to score. So I would give them a break tonight, especially on the scorecards. They had a very difficult job. So on that notion, I enjoyed both of the fights. I'm out.